all members in the church know that this is my spot. So I won't be happy if a first-time visitor sit on my chair. I have the right to complain, and I will tell the first-time visitor to move to a different spot. I challenge you with the message today to get out of the consumer mentality and take the ownership to be a producer instead to be a blesser rather than a blessee. I challenge you to remove ourselves from the consumer mentality, and we want to be a producer. We want to be a blesser instead of a blessee. Consumer will ask, if you are a consumer, probably you will ask every time, what will this benefit me? What will this benefit me? A producer asks, how can I live better? What can I do to contribute to this cause? While on earth, our Lord Jesus knew he had a very limited time to achieve his goal. It's only 3.5 years. That's why he said, do you know that I had to be in my Father's house? Didn't you know that I had to be in my Father's business? John 9:4 said, as long as it is day, we must do the work of him who sent me. Night is coming when no one can work. So life is very short. Life is very short. The Bible said, everyone has a set of time to live. Psalm 90:10. The length of our days is 70 years or 80 if we have the strength. Yet their span is but trouble and sorrow. If you want to live more than 70, more than 80, the next line in the Bible said, yet their span is but trouble and sorrow. You will be like child, someone who will take care of your diaper probably. So all will be trouble and sorrow because our life is short. Our life is limited, for they quickly pass. Jesus knows about that. Jesus realized that. He has only 3.5 years. That's why every time someone complain or ask, he said, I have to be in my Father's business. I have to be in my Father's house. So again, that Psalm 90:10, yet their span is but trouble and sorrow, for they quickly pass and we fly away. Do you want to fill your life as a consumer, or you want to be in our Father's business to produce something, to contribute to his cause? I want to give my personal testimony candidly. I'm sorry. I want to testify this with a humble heart. 3 years ago, my wife of 33 years of marriage left me. I was grieving for a while. Then later, I realized that our life on earth is just limited. One day, you will be separated. Everyone who are married at this time, one day, you will be separated. If you don't want to be separated, you probably die in an accident together. But if you or your spouse should die in a natural cause, you will be separated, right? And I realized that. So I put the grief to the past. I realized that I have to live a life with purpose. Our Lord had 3.5 years to minister. We, his disciples, would it be prudent to follow our master? So when my wife left, from the proceed of her death, I received a nice amount of fun. If you were in my place, you would be left with choices on how to use the fun, on how to enjoy the fun. You can enjoy it, you can use for whatever you choose to do, right? because you have a lot of money. You have a lot of fun from the proceed of her death. However, I remember the message she conveyed when she was still alive, to always support God's cause. So I decided to spend that amount for our IMAC ministry. IMAC image magnification, all the video, the audio, all kinds, the lighting, all these considered IMAC. To spread the gospel through audiovisual, through the capability to record and spread good news through video, to send our sermons to YouTube for the world to see, to stream live our Sunday service right now. Our Sunday service right now is streaming live right now. So if you for some reason you cannot be here, you still can watch our live streaming video. To stream live our Sunday service, to propagate through the IPTV. Right now the technology is going to IPTV. Even if I'm no longer around, all the sermons that we recorded here will still be preaching by itself. Is that right? I was one day joking with Tante Mary. When we all caught in rapture through video, the video will serve the ones left behind, at least for a while, before the ruler takes it down. Is that right, Tante Mary? So that's why I consider this is a strategic ministry. It's one of the kingly ministry that we talk today. First, I want to keep silent on this, fearing that you might misunderstood me. I don't want to boast on this. To God be the glory. I thank the Lord that the verse in Matthew 6:19 reminded me, do not store up for yourself treasures on earth, where moth and rust destroy, where thieves break in and steal. If I use that money to pay all my debts, to pay my mortgage, everything, that's good. As a Christian, we should not just do a crazy shopping spree, but we want to do that for a good cause, good way. However, I remember this verse. Do not store up for yourself treasure on earth, where moth and rust destroy and where thieves break in and steal. But store up for yourself treasure in heaven, where moth and rust do not destroy and where thieves do not break in and steal. As I give this, I store up my treasure in heaven. So in heaven, I will get a corner lot. So I will get, because I put it, store up the treasure in heaven. So I challenge you also to put your treasure in heaven, where moth doesn't destroy and thieves doesn't break in and steal. For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. So rather than be a consumer, let's be a producer. Rather than just enjoying, buying, consuming, eating, let's be a producer. Let's produce food. Let's sing. Let's play the keyboard. Let's play the drum. Let's prepare for the service. Let's do something. A giver rather than a receiver. A keyboard player rather than criticizing the music. Supporting South America mission rather than criticizing our pastor's frequent travel. Why he keep traveling all the time? Like in a year, how many hundreds and thousands of dollars he spend? Will that be better to be spent for the poor and for the widow? So rather than doing that, let's support. Because you are not a consumer, you are a producer. This is the kingly ministry. One day, a member criticized the church. We are so small, but we spend a lot of money for this video project. Probably that money can be better spent for the poor and for the widow, I ask myself, that member, will he spend the money for the poor and the widow? I doubt. My request to our young people, especially for you who are ministering in music, in voice, in audio, worship, IMAC, video, when I'm no longer around, please continue ministering with passion and love. Spread the gospel through multimedia until he comes, until Jesus the Lord comes back. A few weeks ago, I chatted with Pastor Somi before he left for Jakarta and Bandung, and Ibu Mutia also. I said that I'm 63 years. And the official retirement in my office, the age is 65. So I have about 2 years officially to move to a retirement. Although this is just an official retirement age, I can work more, I can work further if I have the strength and if the boss let me do that. And I said to my boss, if I slow down too much, just tell me. Because usually if you slow down too much, you don't realize that. So time is short. I consider that, I realize